Hello, good evening and welcome to Country Time with Quinn, where I'll be coming to a web TV near you. This show is live on the internet every Friday evening from 8:30 to 9 p.m. Check drumlinmedia.com for further details. If you would like your artist or venue featured on the show, you can contact quinscountrytime@gmail.com or drumlinmedia@gmail.com. And on Monday the 25th of February last, Country Time with Quinn travelled to the Hotel Kilmore, where Shannonside Northern Sound hosted a galaxy of artists at a concert there in the Kilmore Hotel. It was a fabulous night, and tonight we're going to talk to some of those artists. They're absolutely wonderful artists there, people that came to the show thoroughly enjoyed them, and we look forward to talking to them and presenting them to you, the public out there. And tonight we're going to start off with one of those artists, Declan Nerney. Quinn is delighted to have the man with the twang in his guitar, Mr. Declan Nerney. Declan, welcome to the show.
Seamus, thanks very much.
Declan, over the last 20 years or so there since you started up your band there, it's been a roller coaster ride.
Well, it has been very interesting, and a lot of interesting things have happened in my life in all of that there, and I suppose like to say about the learning curve of life, well, music business is a great one to get into if you want to find out every little tittle-tattle that goes on.
There's no doubt it is a learning curve in life as well. And prior to you starting up your own band, that would have been in the late 80s, wouldn't it?
It was 86. Yeah. That was just coming off the back of the stations, we'll say what we know as the pirate stations coming up, and you had possibly the most popular one in all of Ireland has to be Breffni Radio, and that was started by John Reardon, and it was a great station, and it was a great platform for chaps like myself and all of those at that time, and it was a revolution, I suppose, in a way, because there was people getting out to record and getting on radio that never ever would have got a chance to get on radio. So you might have never had Daniel O'Donnell or Mick Flavin or John Hogan or Cathy or whatever.
And along also here in Cavan as well, we had a CCR as well and Brian Riley, and they promoted like country music in a big time as well.
Oh, they did, surely. There was that on Ironside, and they were great stations, you know, and while they weren't official, but they were a sort of official because they were the people's favourite at the time, and people liked that type of thing. And then along from them spawned the new Shannonside Northern Sound and all, and it's all in a great even keel. But we still have a little bit of gratitude to the great people who started those stations and gave us a start.
And we have to say, they're like Joe Finnegan there as well. Joe promotes bands, promotes concerts, and he's absolutely fantastic to the country music scene.
Well, it is. It's a sort of a follow-on of it in a way, and there's always some man to take up the cudgel and get it going again, and you need a man with all parties at heart. And fairness to Joe, like he both understands what the people want out there from his listening experience on the radio, and also with dealing with people in the music industry itself. And he's a great he knows how to hop the ball both ways, and that's very, very important. You need a man like that. He's a very important cog in the wheel.
He's all that. And prior to starting your own band there, you were with the High-Lows, Gene Stewart?
I was with the High-Lows and Gene Stewart, and I was in everything bar a bagpipes band.
And Brian Cole, another fabulous man as well, too.
Ah, he was, yeah, or is. He's one of the greats, there's no doubt about it, like one of the people's favourites, so what can you say? You can't argue with that. Great man.
And I remember when you started off first in the band, in the late 80s as well, and someone said to me, you have to go and see Declan Nerney. It's the beat and the guitar, and this beat is something similar like Big Tom. It was the beat that brought people there.
Well, it is, yeah, and then it has to be different as well. There's no point in getting up on the stage, and Seamus McMahon is one of my favourite guitar players of all time, and I'd love to be able to play like Seamus in a way if I could, but there's nobody can master that way of playing only Seamus. So you have to go and find something else of your own, and you find a different layer of stuff of what suits. But then it sort of suits me voice, that lead guitar sound, so it adds that little edge to what you need.
But you are a fabulous guitar player, and no matter where you go, you will always know that Declan Nerney twing to the guitar, as I said in the beginning there. It is a fabulous one. And a lot of people out there are emanating and trying to emanate and come along with the Declan Nerney sound because they love what you're doing.
Well, it's an amazing thing that it is a simple thing, and a lot of people, one of the hardest things to do in the world is do something simple and make it successful, because it's like a blade of grass, the next one is the same, and so you have to make it be something different. And I think that it's like a people's personality. You have your own personality, and there's no point in somebody being the same. It's just you got to be yourself, and whether it's good, bad, or different, with pimples, warts, and all, it's the best way.
And you've travelled the length and breadth of Ireland, not alone Ireland, but Europe and the world as well.
Well, we have. We've been lucky now. We have got. We've been lucky to get a fair old slice of the action and the cake, what the way it has been going, and just delighted that we were accepted into what's Irish entertainment.
And I know things took a wee bit of a back turn on the country music, but it's all coming back with new young people are bringing in new and very, very young people back into the scene and learning to jive, and I'm involved with maybe teaching a few people to jive at the moment, and it's great to see that whole new culture coming back into the scene.
Well, it's brilliant to see it, and it's like the old story, everything comes back to roost, and while people need to be entertained by people, and I always say, whether it's rock, pop, country, traditional music, whatever the case may be, people are entertained by people. You'll only be entertained by a machine for a certain amount of time. People have televisions at home, and yet they're not as happy with the television for a while. It's grand, and they watch the programmes on it, up to watch us on it, and the news and a bits and football and music and all of that there. But they need to get out and hear other people perform, and that's what it has always been, and that's where it always will be.
Because what I'm hearing from a lot of people out there, they're fed up now with going to discos, and they want to go and see the live bands, the live music, and this is where it's all at the moment.
Well, that's where it's at, and that's why the new young bands are as popular as they are, and that's basically it. There's nothing, and they are good. It's not that they're just another young band. They're a very astute young gentlemen that's in them bands and running their business as well, and they're well tuned into what's going on, both the young crowd and the older patrons who went out there, and they know how to please them, and they're well capable of doing their job very, very much, and their standard is way, way up there.
And you have a number of albums and DVDs out there at the moment as well too.
I have, yeah. I've recorded 9 albums to date and 4 DVDs.
And before we go any further, we will play a song from one of your DVDs. Have you anything in particular in mind you'd like us to?
Well, I suppose the Marquee and the Mish is one where it sort of all started, where the admiration I had for the bands who came to play in the Marquee and Drumlish, and it was a great time. That 60s, 70s was a very exciting time of development of a new era, I suppose, and that's the way it was, and it spawned up all that show band thing, and that's where we got our inspiration, Seamus, and that's my song in the Marquee and Drumlish.
Well, right, we go over to that song now and let our audience out there hear the Marquee and Drumlish.
Watch them all arrive in fine wagons and the cars, and I wondered what it would be like to be a country star. My father used to tell me that I was far too small, and I had no chance to go to the dance to see the bands at all. But my mother would get round him, and I would get my wish, and we'd go to see the mainlanders in the Marquee in Drumlish. I'd watch Seamus McMahon as he played his lead guitar, and I wondered how he got that sound of love so near and far. When Big Tom sang Gentle Mother, sure I can tell you this, that everyone would sing along in the Marquee in Drumlish. Larry and the mighty Evans were among Mickey Brady with his fender colored blue. When Larry sang, he'll have to go low notes he'd never miss. You could hear that Benson echo round the marquee in Drumlish. Philomena's country flavour would take the old bandstand, and I'd watch him down O'Hara pick and play my ramping man. And later on, when I got home, I checked the old jam jar to see if I had saved enough to buy my first guitar. So next morning with my mother, we went to Longford town, and she bought me that first guitar. I think it cost £12. With radio and records, I'd practice all alone. Soon I had the job with the Hi-Lows and Gene Stewart from Tyrone. And then one Friday evening came that biggest break of all. I was asked to join the Buckaroos with the mighty Brian Call. We played all over Ireland, England and the USA, and I owe a lot to Brian for what I am today. And now the people tell me that I could go far. We play all over Ireland, from Cork to Castlebar. The carnival is over, but I still got my wish, for I got my inspiration in the marquee in Drumlish. No, I won't forget the marquee in my native town, Drumlish.
Brilliant song, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah,
isn't it?
well, as they said about the paint, it says what it does. It does what it says on the tin.
Well, that's what it's all about, and people love that. And as soon as they hear that song, and numerous other songs as well too, like they're all fantastic in their own right.
Well, my old songs are all a bit of a story to them, and I wouldn't record a song unless that I had a reason to stand by it. It has to be good up and beat music for the dance halls, if it's that sort of song, or else a good story song like the Gallant John Joe. It's an amazing we do play in Scotland and England, and the people in Scotland wouldn't have a clue who Cavan was playing, never mind, or Longford, never mind, or John Joe. And yet it's a sentiment within the song. And you know, a sportsman is a sportsman no matter what it is, and he has put his life on the line out there, and he thrilled a lot of people in his time, and his song is it's a great song, the Gallant John Joe.
And you've penned some songs yourself as well too.
Yeah, with Henry, with the help of Henry McMahon, we've had successful ones like Anna from Fermanagh and Three Will Love Affair and all of those.
And it's great to have your own stuff like that as well too, because it's nice already to record other people's music, but to have your own particular music you record as well.
Well, that's it. You see, it's like a clock. There's no clock will tell the time like himself. No matter what other hands is on any other clock, it has to depend on its own hands to tell the time, isn't that it?
And it's right. And within the family, you have a niece now as well that's out on the music scene as well.
That's right, Una Healy, my little niece, and very successful, powerful piece of energy altogether as she is, and they got to very dizzy heights in the entertainment scene, and worked hard at it. You know, it just didn't come from just sitting around. It was very, very strenuous amount of energy had to go into that there, and has been powerful, successful, and it's great.
And it's great, and we wish her all the best, and I've no doubt she has a bright future ahead of her as well in the coming years ahead. We've gone now to the Hoolie in the Sun. This is a fabulous show that you take people abroad every year, and there's a great turnout of people on that.
Yeah, well, the Hoolie in the Sun started out of, we were in Spain one time, and we're talking about that if you had the weather in Spain, you know, with the people who go on holidays, and they're always giving out about, well, you know, it was a great holiday, food was great, destination, lovely sun and all of that, but there was none of their entertainment, their nightlife wasn't as up to scratch as they expected it to be. So we decided, why don't we bring over entertainment and see how would it work? Bit of an experiment, I suppose, in a way. And it took off and worked, and people like that style of holiday.
I remember being on one of the tours there in Lanzarote, and you had the late Larry Cunningham was on it there, and people like that, and it's a brilliant show, and I would certainly recommend the people out there, do go. The Hooli in the Sun, it's a fabulous tour to go on.
Thanks very much, Seamus.
No, you're more than welcome. And look, we're delighted to have you on the show here tonight, and enjoy the rest of the concert. We look forward to it, and we'll talk to you again in the near future. Declan, it's a privilege.
And continued success to your television station and all your programming.
Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Declan Nerney, and that was a fantastic night there in the Hotel Kilmore, and a big thanks there to Joe Finnegan and to Ross Mealov that put on a fantastic show in the Hotel Kilmore. To Declan as well, too, we wish him all the best, and the Hooli in the Sun people, don't forget out there, you can go online, you can go into Declan's Facebook there and book it, because it is booking up fast. And we will be featuring, over the coming weeks, we'll be featuring more of those artists from that particular concert and thing. And thanks to Shannonside Northern Sound who put on that. And now we're going to go to one of Declan's songs, and it's a fantastic song, The Gallant John Joe.
In the month of November, on a cold stormy day, I left my own home and to town met my way. I met with the young man on the road I did go, and he told me the news of the death of John Joe. John Joe Riley has left us behind. He was called by the Lord to the faithful kind. He called him to heaven, a proud land to show. A true son of Breffni was the gallant John Joe. Brave John O'Reilly, proud is your name. You've raised many sons of great honor and fame, but not even the princess of long, long ago could compare with our sportsman, the gallant John Joe. He led Cavan to victory on that memorable day, in the final against Kerry in New York far away. The next year in Croke Park, when our boys beat Mayo, once again they were led by the gallant John Joe. His record's a proud one without blemish or stain. He played his first football with the famed Corn of Fame. Now he lies in his cold grave where the wildflowers grow. A true son of Breffni was the gallant John Joe. At each corner of Breffni there's sorrow and pain. Such a true-hearted sportsman we'll ne'er see again. Young players may come and old players may go, but there'll ne'er be another like the gallant John Joe. Young players may come and old players may go, but there'll ne'er be another like the gallant John Joe.
Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen, the gallant John Joe from Declan Nerney. And before we go to the gig guide, I would like to say to all you folk out there, get out there. There's lots of dancing over the weekend and over the coming weeks coming. Do go and see all those bands. They're fantastic musicians, put an awful lot into it there, and you should really go for it because they're fabulous venues. And the Hotel Kilmore on this weekend there is another semi-final of the Dance Off Championship, and the final is coming off on the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Night there, with a new and upcoming star there, Jim Devine, who will be playing there on the night. And in that final, it will prove to be a great night. There's €1,000 up in prizes on the particular night for that. So again, a big thanks to everyone. Do and have a great weekend. And now we'll go back to the gig guide. The Glencairn Hotel in Castleblaney Monaghan, Friday the 8th of March, Declan Nerney, the very man himself. And Friday the 8th of March, Santana Folk, and that's in the Temple Bar. And Wednesday the 13th of March, Showbud, that's social dancing. We have Saturday the 9th of March, DJ Martin in the Temple Bar. Saturday the 9th of March, Michael English in concert, a fabulous musician Michael is. And Friday the 15th of March, Aidan Quinn. Friday the 15th of March, Tumbleweed, and that's in the Temple Bar. Waters Old Coach Inn in Castleblaney, Friday the 8th of March, Colorado Cowboy. Saturday the 9th of March, Rainbow. Sunday the 10th of March, Music in the Lounge, and it'll be dancing and music all evening there. Sunday the 17th of March, John Glenn. Jimmy's Bar in Monaghan, Saturday the 9th of March, Frank Smith. Sunday the 10th of March, McCormick Brothers, and that's a 7 p.m. start. Thursday the 14th of March, Sean White. Terry's Lounge in Monaghan, Sunday the 10th of March, John Hogan, and that's a 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. start to finish. We have the Four Seasons Hotel in Monaghan, and Sunday the 10th of March, Jimmy Buckley. Sunday the 17th of March, The Outlaws. McCaig's Bar in Scottstown, County Monaghan, Saturday the 9th of March, A Strings. The Shebeen Bar in Castleblaney, Friday the 8th of March, Off the Cuff with the Cuff Band. Saturday the 9th of March, Brendan McCourt and Mary Fox Band. Monday the 11th of March, Sean Corrigan Band. The Slieve Beg Tourism Centre, Saturday the 9th of March, the Glenside Country Band. Ardbine Hotel in Navan, Monday the 11th of March, Derek Ryan, and Monday the 18th of March there, Mike Denver. And Puckfother in Monaghan, Saturday the 9th of March, Marty Connors. Sunday the 10th of March, Sugartown Road, and that's a 9:30 to 11 p.m. start to finish. Corduff Community Centre and Social Dancing, Friday the 8th of March, Mike and Bridge, and that's a 9:30 to 12:30 p.m. start to finish also. The David Country Band, Saturday the 9th of March, the Mourne Country Hotel in Uri in County Down. Sunday the 10th of March, the Ashton Park Hotel in Gorey and County Wexford. And Thursday the 14th of March in the Red Cow Inn in Dublin. Friday the 15th to Monday the 18th of March, they're on a UK tour, and that's on St Patrick's weekend. Derek Ryan, Friday the 8th of March in the Clanree Hotel in Letterkenny in County Donegal. And Saturday the 9th of March, the Well in Mouth in County Westmeath. Sunday the 10th of March, the Times Hotel in County Tipperary. Monday the 11th of March in the Ardbine Hotel in Navan in County Meath. Wednesday the 13th of March, the Glen Eagle Hotel in Killarney in County Kerry. And Friday the 15th of March, the Mellon Country Inn Hotel in Omagh in County Tyrone. Robert Mazzell, Friday the 8th of March, the Mellon Country Inn in Omagh in County Tyrone. And on Saturday night to the 16th of March, the band are on holidays. Enjoy, lads. Jerry Guthrie, Friday the 8th of March, Dunboyne Castle Hotel in Dunboyne in County Meath. And Saturday the 16th of March, the Ryandale Hotel in Mayan County Tyrone. And Sunday the 17th of March, McWilliam Park Hotel, and that's in Claremorris in County Mayo. Wednesday the 20th of March, the Radisson Blue Hotel, Ross's Point in County Sligo, and that's a concert. We have Nathan Carter, Friday the 8th of March, the Allingham Arms Hotel in Bundoran in County Donegal. Saturday the 9th of March, the River Club in Castlefin in County Donegal. Sunday the 10th of March, Clanree Hotel, Letterkenny in County Donegal. And Wednesday the 13th to Thursday the 14th of March is on a UK tour. Patrick Feeney, Saturday the 9th of March in the Allingham Arms Hotel in Bundoran, Donegal. Sunday the 10th of March, the West County Hotel in Ennis in County Clare. And Friday the 15th of March, the Hilton Hotel in Brighton, that's in the UK. Mick Flavin, Friday the 8th of March, Dunboyne Castle Hotel in County Meath. Saturday the 9th of March, the Valley Hotel in 5 Mile Town in County Tyrone. Sunday the 10th of March, Edel Quinn Hall in Kenturk in County Cork. And Friday the 15th to Sunday the 17th of March, he's on a UK tour. Declan Nerney, Friday the 8th of March, the Glencairn Hotel in Castleblaney in County Monaghan, that's tonight. And Saturday the 9th of March, Racket Hall in Roscrea in County Tipperary. Sunday the 10th of March, the Landmark Hotel in Carrick-on-Shannon in County Leitrim. And he's also on a UK tour from Friday the 15th to Sunday the 17th of March. Johnny Brady, Friday the 8th of March, Jackson's Hotel in Ballybofey in County Donegal, Saturday the 9th of March, OB's Kilross in County Tipperary, and Sunday the 10th of March there at the Carlton Shearwater Hotel in Ballinasloe in County Galway. Monday the 11th of March, the Devon Inn Hotel in Temple Galantine, I think it is, County Limerick, and that's West guest spot. Wednesday the 13th of March, Ma Loughlin's Corner in Kilrea in County Derry. And the Cavan Gig Guide Hotel Kilmore Country Club is Saturday the 9th of March, the Outlaws. Do be early because you won't be disappointed. And also Sunday the 10th of March, Patrick Feeney, and that's dancing Sunday afternoon from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday the 16th of March, Jimmy Buckley. Sunday the 17th of March, final of the Country Club Dance Championship. And we have the Cross Bar and Lounge in Stradone, John Shannon and his band. And we have the Hideout in Ballybor, Saturday the 9th of March, Brass Roots. Ballina Community Centre Ballroom Dancing, Saturday the 9th of March to show Bud, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. The Bellamont Arms in Coothill, Monday the 11th of March, Jerry and Harry. The Rammer Theatre tonight, Friday the 8th of March, Isla Grant in concert, and that's the 8 p.m. start. And the Lavy Inn, Sunday the 10th of March, Frank Nelson and his band, Ballybor Community Centre, Dancing for Pleasure, Saturday the 9th of March, Country Traditions. The Harbour Bar in Belturbet, Saturday the 9th of March, Anthony McBreen. Sunday the 10th of March, White Lightning. The Orchard Lounge in Cavan, Sunday the 10th of March, Brass Roots with John McIntyre. And Sunday the 17th of March, Chuck and June. The Langtrees Bar in Ballygymstuff, Saturday the 9th of March, Parcel of Rogues. Brady's Lounge in Ballina, Saturday the 9th of March, Mary O'Connor. And Sunday the 10th of March, Traditional Irish Music. And that brings tonight's show to an end. Be sure and join me at the same time next week for more of what's happening on the Irish and country scene. Good night from Country Time with Quinn.